Welcome back to the Tea Lifestyle Journal. I'm Donna Tokugawa, one of the tea docents here at Chateau-En, and in our series, How to Enjoy Japanese Tea at Its Best, we're going to show you how to choose an appropriate vessel, how to brew Japanese tea based on its characteristics so you no longer need to rely on someone's directions, and how to choose a Japanese tea based on the season or your occasion. Today we're going to take a look at twig teas, which are banchas and hogichas. A bancha that has been roasted is a hogicha, and quite as a contrast, a Kyoto bancha. This is a very large leaf tea, something that we found really quite by accident when we were visiting one of our organic farmers in the Kyoto area. It is a tea that's created from the very last harvest. It's the large leaf that's closest to the soil. It's picked up a lot of sugary nuances. It's a very low caffeine tea because it is the larger, older leaf. They actually steam this just slightly, and because we're in the Kyoto area where it's the cultural center of Japan, they're much more patient. They take their time, and here they take the time to actually bury this tea leaf in jars underground and wait for it to develop. So it's a wonderful transition tea. If you're drinking tea really for the health benefits and you don't particularly enjoy the taste of tea, a Kyoto bancha just might be a very nice introduction. I think the taste of it, though, is quite nice. So we're going to start by warming our vessel, as we do every time, with our hot water out of our electric dispenser pot. Now, water is as important of a choice as your leaf. If you don't like the taste of your water, you're not going to enjoy the taste of your tea. So if you enjoy your water, when we're in San Francisco, I make tea right with the water right out of the faucet. I like it. It's nice and bright, clean, good water, so we enjoy our tea that way. When we're not in the city, the water that we will choose is the crystal geyser. In Japan, they actually did a study of water all over the world to try and find the water that had the characteristics most like spring water in Japan. And crystal geyser is what they came up with. In any event, choose a water that you like the taste of and you will enjoy the taste of your tea. Never use a distilled water. It doesn't have any minerals in it at all, and you will have a very flat tasting tea. Okay, I'm warming the vessels because and cooling my water just slightly. You're going to be using water here that's just under boiling. It's very hot when I'm touching the cups. The rule of thumb is the larger the leaf, the hotter the water, and the longer the time. Now, this is not a fussy tea, so we don't need to measure exactly. I'm going to just push it into the teapot here. It's a very voluminous tea, and so it's very, very light and difficult to get on the teaspoon anyway to try and measure it. But you'll be able to tell just by sight as you brew a couple of pots of these. You really can't make a mistake. A little too much, a little not enough, and you're not going to have any trouble, which is why this is really a wonderful transition tea. I'm going to take this very hot water still directly out of my server here, and you'll see the leaves start to come right up to the top and then begin to start dancing in this vessel. It takes about 4 minutes to brew a Kyoto bancha. If you go 5, you're not going to have a problem. Like I said, it's not fussy. It's not going to turn bitter. It's a very, very easy tea. This tea is the lowest in caffeine. It's the tea that they start their babies off with in Japan, and it's also the tea that if you're not feeling real well, a doctor will suggest that you enjoy some bancha. So because this is going to take 4 minutes, I think we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. We're back, and our tea is just about ready to drink. You can see the very nice deep color, and the leaves have pretty much all dropped to the bottom. Now, Kyoto bancha or twig teas are a wonderful place for you to start if you're new to Japanese teas. You can ensure you're going to have good success in brewing them, and it's also a flavor that will be, it's a nice transition tea. If you're not used to drinking Japanese tea, the palate is one that needs to be developed. And so this is a lovely way to begin your journey of Japanese teas. Now this particular tea, look at the color on that. I'm going to go ahead and just top these off. The color is very rich. It's somewhat reminiscent of a cup of coffee. It's a very warm aroma and flavor. And again, a wonderful transition tea. All the benefits of a steamed green tea with the flavor of a roasted. It's very delicious. This leaf will reinfuse easily up to 8 times, and after you have enjoyed it 8 times or so, then be sure to put your leaf into your dryer and let it dry, because there are many, many more uses for these tea leaves beyond the cup, and we're going to be discussing some of those in one of our future segments. So I hope this has introduced you to twig and large leaf teas, helped you come to understand how to brew them based on the characteristics, hotter water, longer time, and now you will have the confidence to experiment with these teas without worrying about any instructions. In our next segment, we are going to be looking at the seasonality of Japanese tea and how to choose your Japanese teas based on your occasion. We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for joining us.